everyone, welcome to day 3 of Vlogoween. Where has the day gone today? I can't tell you. I feel like I woke up 5 minutes ago and it's like 2:30 right now. I told you I was feeling sick, so I went to bed. Ooh, I can't really even. Okay, I'm just gonna do this because I'm so exhausted. Anyway, so I went to bed pretty early yesterday, but I'm still really exhausted. I feel like I slept enough to be able to like sustain my energy, but not enough to like recover. So I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. So I'm gonna eat right now. I'm gonna finish grading, and then okay. I'm gonna get up, and then I'm gonna eat, and then I will see where I go from there. But I will get up and I will eat. I will get up and I will eat. I will get up and I will eat. Okay. Whew. Let's do this. So I'm almost done grading everything and it is almost 5 o'clock. So I think I'm just gonna go. Grades aren't due for a couple days anyway. I just try to get them in at least a couple days early in case there's any glitches with like posting stuff. I'll have some time to fix it, but it's okay to still be a day ahead of the deadline, right? I'm gonna do this Vlogoween that I didn't do as much of last year, is talk through more of the like teacher resources and activities that I've created. Last year, a lot of people started emailing me based on the stuff that that you could like peripherally see in my room. I love getting emails from teachers like all across the country and like even from other countries, emailing me, asking me about different projects I've done that I've talked about and different things that they just saw up around my classroom. And if you're a teacher, you know that there's not that many hours in the day. So I never get to respond to all of them because I wish I had time, but I just don't. So I want to be a little more intentional this time around of sharing some of the things I'm doing in my classroom and just posting them with the video somewhere so you can just access the resources right away. I would still love to like get emails from you. So if you do end up doing any of these projects with your students, or if you do end up trying them out, if you end up tweaking them, if you end up making them better, like please send them my way. Teaching is a collective effort. It's not just one person who does every single thing by themselves, right? No one is as smart as all of us together, as they say. And that's something I truly believe in. So please send me emails if you do end up doing any of these. I wanted to share with you a project that I did that was a couple of my students came up with the idea for this project last year, but they came up with it towards the end of the year, so it didn't quite make sense for us to do it last year. So I ended up doing it this year with my students, and that is a stained glass patty paper project for a geometry class. Let me show you what the final outcome looks like. I just finished putting them up on the windows, and then I can talk you through some of the resources, and I'll leave a link for the resources down below if you want to try it with your students, or if you just want to do it for fun, like go for it. Send me a picture. I don't know, post it on Instagram and send me a link. Like I would love to see if you end up doing this because I think this is so fun. Sorry about the lighting. There's just a lot of sunlight, so it makes everything look a lot darker than it actually is in the room. And then let me get closer to show you what those 4 art styles were, and you can see some of the details of what students ended up making. This is the Islamic period, and here's some of the student work for that. And then over here we have Bauhaus. And then over here, we have the Greek geometric period and some of the stuff they came up with here. And finally, we have Art Deco. I'm trying to see if you can get like close enough to see some of the different, I don't know if you can see the different labels and stuff that they've included in this, but they had to include the construction. So, like I showed you on the rubric, basically, right? Like they had to include the labels so that I will be able to grade it. And they turned out to be pretty cool. And these are all ideas that actually a lot of my Facebook friends and other educators came up with. So I felt like these 4 were distinct enough that you could tell them apart fairly easily. And they span like different times too, which I thought was kind of cool. And then in each of them, there's like a little description about what makes that art period unique and sets it apart from other ones. And then it has some examples of like what constructions end up making those types of arts and designs. I'm actually not 100% sure if that's Bauhaus, but I included it because it looked similar. And that is to say that I'm not obviously an expert on modern art by any means, and even ancient art, you know, like I know a lot about the Greek geometric period, but I don't know as much about Islamic art, Art Deco, or Bauhaus. So I ended up having an easier time putting these amphoras together. For example, I knew exactly which ones to include compared to the other ones. So if you end up using these resources and end up finding any like inaccuracies or things that you think just could be phrased more clearly, please let me know so that I can fix this for the next time that I end up using it. So after students picked one of these 4 art styles, they got to work, and then along with their stained glass, they also had to turn in one of these. So I have it as like a half sheet thing, but students would write about what style they're recreating, why they found it interesting. After reading the text, what are 4 distinct features of that art style, and then these are the different constructions that they had to do, and include the labels so that I could grade it. And I used this as a rubric to give them points for it. The whole activity took about, I want to say maybe 45 minutes of a class period, depending on what grade level you're doing. If you want to try this with a middle school classroom, it might take a little bit longer, but I teach 10th grade, and it took about 45 minutes to do this. There's a project idea for you if you want to try it out. If you do, again, please let me know. I would love to know how it went in your classroom, or if you just do it for fun, I would love to know what you came up with. I am going to head home now and try to get to sleep as early as I can one more time. So dinner, shower, couple episodes of Charmed, and then probably bedtime, maybe even before sunset. We'll see. I hope you had a great October 3rd, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.